Hi, everybody. So I'm just waiting for participants to join as I'll be live and you'll have the opportunity to begin with the Q&As with me during the session at the last 15 minutes. So just waiting for as many people to join me and be a part of the live. So just waiting for you guys to join in. The ones who have joined, you can give me a shout out, say hi. Tell me where are you from, which city. You can use the comment section. If you're finding it difficult to comment, I think you might want to subscribe and you'll be able to comment during the chat. Very happy to see a lot of people joining in and I'm very excited to share my journey with you. Few more minutes, I'll be waiting for as many participants to join. Hey, hi Richa for joining in. And where are you from? Which city? Lucknow. Lovely. Waiting for others also to share with me where are you guys from. Do not hesitate. More the participants, it's better because I will be glad to hear a lot of questions coming from each one of you because it's definitely a hot topic for all mommies to, consume, which is to do with what do I do post my pregnancy, how do I lose weight. So please join in and I think the wait is going to be worth it. So the ones who've already joined, what I would suggest you guys to do is please write down your questions which you would want me to answer so that it's ready with you. In case I've not covered it during the webinar, you can always ask me during my Q&A. Hi Himanshi for joining in, and also post you watch the video, you can still leave your comments and I'll be able to answer just like what I'm doing currently on the breastfeeding video that I've uploaded on YouTube. I have got 2 comments and I am responding to those, so I'll be very happy and glad to respond to you right now during the live, as well as whenever you watch the video, whichever video you're gonna watch, I am going to reply to you there on comments, just like how I do it on my Instagram channel. Yes, Himanshi, I can see your messages. Hi Divya for joining in from Pune. So I'm gonna kickstart when the clock strikes 7:05. I'm excited. Hi, everybody, and a very good evening to all of you. I am excited to share this journey of mine of how I moved from being an 88 kg person to a 59 currently that I am right now, post pregnancy. And specifically, if I want to share, I have had a C-section. Both Angela also was a C-section baby and Azriel too. And both the times, during Angela's time and during Azriel's time, I have managed to come back to my weight, which is I ideally call my wedding weight, which is a 59 or 58 is what I look at. So I'm very excited to share this journey with you, and I hope you too are eagerly waiting to know what are the things that I've done to come back to this weight. So the journeys are going to be different for different people, but this has worked for me, and it's my experience not just once but twice. So it is proven, and that's why I wanted to share this through a webinar, and the video will be accessible for you 24/7. I don't know how long it's going to be, but do subscribe to the YouTube channel so that we can reach out to as many mommies as possible who are wanting to know about this journey of how to do it, so that even if it's been 3 years, you can still do it. Like, I have had questions on my Instagram which says, now it's 3 years, can I lose weight? Yes, you can lose weight whenever you want, and let me share you more as I go ahead. So get ready, and here we go. So this is what I've done, like, to make it very interesting and easy for you to remember. I followed this 7 habits to lose weight, and I'm sure each one of you is going to benefit out of this. So let's look at what are these 7 habits. I'm just going to be quiet until you just glance through it. Yes. Switch over, self-care, satisfying your baby's hunger, sustainable diet, snooze whenever possible, stay fit, seek out stimulating pursuits. So these are just 7 interesting habits that you need to adapt so that you can do what you want to when it comes to your fitness goal and the way you look. So the first one is to switch over. When I talk about switch over, it's about a mindset that you're gonna have. The body type that I have comes from my dad's family, and I've seen that majority of the time I've seen very unhealthy aspects, and I was focused right from the beginning that no, I am not going to be overweight. I am not going to look unhealthy post my pregnancy. I will get into shape, and this was a mindset that I had not just after pregnancy, post pregnancy, post delivery, but it was right from the day one when I conceived. I had this thought in my mind that I am gonna be fit, I am going to not look that I am a mother of 2 children, and I feel glad and happy that I am following that and I'm meeting this goal of mine. So the very first thing is your mind, what you want for yourself. I'm sure you've seen this in the past. I don't know whether you have done it, but you always would put baby pictures in your room, and as soon as you get to know you're pregnant. Why do you do that? Because your subconscious mind is looking at beautiful pictures, beautiful babies, because your subconscious mind is telling you that you're also going to have beautiful babies. So in the same way, it's about your mind, it's about your mindset. It needs to be positive. It needs to be that, yes, I will be in shape. And that is about mindset is everything. You have to have the right thought process right from the day one of your pregnancy journey, post your pregnancy, and every time you are. Right now, you need to be in the positive mindset that, yes, I can lose weight. Not in a mindset that I've done everything, I just cannot lose weight. No, it's a mindset, and if you change it, nothing is impossible. So in terms of my belief, when I stood on the scale the day of my C-section, I was at 88, and I said, Yes, now that's my challenge. How do I come back to my weight, which is ideally for me was a 58, which I'm yet to touch the 58. That's why I tell you that it's 59 now. And what I have been doing right from the beginning, post reading a lot of books, post moving into having the right mindset, is my affirmations. So, two of my affirmations which I'm sharing with you, which I talk about it every day in the morning, I do that in the night before I sleep. I also advocate the same to my children. I do say my affirmations with Azriel, I say it with Angela, because this is the core, right? The mindset is the core for me and for my family. So one of my affirmation is I am fit, and my second affirmation that I strongly believe is I am healthy. So this is about switchover. You have to have the right mindset when you start your journey of moving from your pregnancy weight to the ideal weight that you think your body needs. Okay? And let's go to the second point, is about self-care. When you say about self-care, I'm sure a lot of you are going to say that I have no time. You have to make time. Nobody else is going to make time for you. So self-care is very important, and self-care is not just limited to care for your body, but it is also your emotional well-being. You need to feel happy, and don't leave that responsibility to somebody else to make you feel happy. It is your responsibility. The scriptures, right? They say that your body is the temple of God. So if it's the temple of God, how do you keep a temple? Will you keep a temple which is less decorative? Will you keep the temple unhappy? No, right? So you need to ensure that you're happy, you're caring for yourself. The way you care for your baby, the way you care for your family, you too are a responsible part for yourself. So do not leave your care part to somebody else. You take charge like you do for all the aspects in your life and care for yourself. So how would you care for yourself during post-pregnancy? This is what I did. I ensured that I had 40 days of massage. Please do take it. It's okay, you don't find a great lady, but just ensure that you have somebody to pamper yourself. Let the person pamper you, give you a nice massage. Ensure that you're having the warm bath and a relaxing bath. Okay, so that's what I did. I also ensured that I had support from the family. It's very important when you are having a baby. Don't think that it's only your responsibility. Why? It's your entire family's responsibility. Whoever is a part in your family, if it's your nuclear family, even your husband is responsible, or he also needs to be a part of your entire journey. Don't leave them. Daddies also want to be a part of your journey. So they just being quiet is not going to help you. So ensure you having a nanny who can help you with the baby. Let's say you want to sleep for some time and you want the nanny to take care of the baby. Let the baby there. Why do you want to be the toughest woman? No, don't do that. It's okay. It's okay to let loose. Let yourself loose and ensure that you're seeking support. Ask for help. Let your in-laws or your mother cook for you. It's okay. Let your husband take care of your baby when you think you want to take a nap. It's okay. For 1 hour, you can ask your husband to take your baby. It's okay. So ensure you ask for support, and it will create more time for yourself, because you need to love yourself. So if you want to take that 1 hour for your nap, you want to take that 1 hour for your exercise, you want to take that 1 hour for just meditate or do nothing. Scroll on Instagram, do some research, but take some time and ask for support from your family. And that's what I did. So Aniket was there for me, my mom was there for me, my younger sister was there for me. So a lot of people. So it's always amazing to stay with a joint family, because you have a lot of people, you can take support from a lot of people. Not that when you're in a nuclear family you cannot make that possible. It is possible. Again, the first point that I spoke about, switch over. It's your mindset, the way you're going to keep things ready for yourself to ensure that you have a great journey from what your goal is set for yourself about losing weight. Okay. And the third very important point is satisfying your baby's hunger. So, how this point is associated with losing weight, I will share with you as I go ahead. But it's very important that you understand the right way to breastfeed your child, breastfeed your baby, the right latching method, so that you are able to transfer the milk and produce milk as well and give it to your baby. So the nourishment part is very important. And why is it important? How to do it right, I have covered it in my previous webinar. So here I did speak about different aspects of breastfeeding, how the latching should be, what is the perfect latch, the tips, what are the reasons where you can have less breast milk supply. So breastfeeding is very important, and it also helps you in losing weight. So this is what I wanted to share with you, that you usually burn calories even when you're sitting, okay, even when you're sleeping, okay. So if you see 40 calories per hour, that means approximately you are burning around close to like 800 to 900 calories in the entire day by doing nothing, right? But what happens when you're breastfeeding? This is what happens during breastfeeding, and that's why I am asking each and every mommy or soon to be mommies to please go through the video on how to perfectly breastfeed your child, because if you're breastfeeding right, you will produce more, and if you're producing breast milk, that means you're burning calories, which is around 500 calories. So let me read the fact to you. Satisfying your baby's hunger, which is equal to breastfeeding your baby, contributes in burning calories up to 24 ounce, which is equal, that means you're burning calories worth 500 calories by just feeding your baby around 0.7 liters of milk. Okay, 0.7 milliliters of milk. Let me just correct that for you. And moving to the fourth very important point. Now remember that why have I put diet your fourth? Is because I do not want you to start with diet being the first. That's why I've put the first being your mindset. Your second, what is it? If you can remember, is to do with, come on. Yes, correct. That's right. I'm sure you said that right. And the third, which I spoke about, was satisfying your baby. And now coming to the fourth is about sustainable diet. So in terms of sustainable diet, I talk a lot about diet from a perspective of balanced diet. It needs to be 70% of food which is rich in vegetables and fruits, and 30% of your diet which is rich in protein, carbohydrates, nuts. It can also have sugars, but provided it has healthy sugars is what I would always recommend. When it comes to diet specifically, I'm sure I'm talking to breastfeeding mothers, because you are transitioning from moving to your weight from what it is post your delivery to moving into a weight that you would desire. And during this period, you must be breastfeeding, right? So you need to eat nutritional food, not just while breastfeeding, but also otherwise, because it's very important. What you eat is going to be reflecting the way you are, your emotions, your skin, everything, right? Everything that revolves, your thoughts, everything will be what you eat, not just limiting to how you look. Okay, so in terms of, this is one more thing that I wanted to share with you guys, is because breastfeeding mothers tend to have a lot of craving or would eat a lot. Don't be hesitant to eat. It is okay, because I have just showed you that you do burn 500 calories additional than a non-pregnant woman or a man, because you're producing breast milk. And what it says is that you usually require 2000 to 2800, which is way above what a normal person requires. So usually in the diet, what you do is you keep a check on your calories, right? Because what happens is, if you are your intake of calories is a lot and your body is not going to burn, then of course it's not going to be a weight loss aspect. You are just either maintaining your weight or you are putting on more weight. Now there are reasons, there can be hormonal imbalances, there can be medications that you're taking, there might be certain foods that you're having that can lead to issues which might help you to gain weight or lose weight. So it's very important to understand if there are any health conditions before you start your weight loss journey. So it's very important for you to start your pregnancy healthy so that you can continue this healthy diet even during your breastfeeding, which will help you to achieve your goals. Now, I always recommend that your goal shouldn't be a short term, not in 3 months I want to get back in shape, because if you put a deadline which is so short, then you have to focus more towards your weight loss rather than doing the other things. So if you're not in an industry where showcase or your face, your body is important, then take your time to come back. It took you 9 months to put on all that weight, right? So do not think of a quick mechanism to lose weight. This is my recommendation, that do not find a quick fix solution. If you took 9 months to put on all the weight, take time. 1 year's time is go easy on your body, on yourself. The way I say about self-care, go easy on yourself. You don't need to be strict, and then slowly go about losing your weight. And that's what I've done. I have taken an entire a year for me to come back, and this is the same that has happened with Angela and Azriel. So I've shared with you a fact. Now in terms of diet, I will definitely recommend you the diet that I have shared with you during the webinar on breastfeeding diet, because that diet is what I would recommend you to follow, especially if you're mommies who are still breastfeeding. If you're not breastfeeding, then as per my last slide, you see the calorie intake of a breastfeeding mother versus a non-pregnant mother, right? You need to just ensure that your calorie count is managed. So for me, when I'm breastfeeding, I might have more, around 2000 calories. So I kept bringing my calories down as in when Azriel has started solid. So post 6 months, your calorie intake can be reduced from 2000, bring it down to 1900, slowly come down to 1800, right? So you can slowly come down and move to a calorie diet where you're not going above 1500 or 1700 is what I usually recommend, or I would say I follow. So in terms of the diet, I'm not going to tell you what you should eat, what you should not eat, but I will say just watch the video. I've shared all things that a breastfeeding mom should follow for healthy breastfeeding, and the same diet can be followed for non-breastfeeding mothers, because finally it is about eating right and eating healthy. So moving to the next is, when you eat something, you need to be happy. Let's say you don't like oats. Find an alternative. You do not need to force your body, force your mind to like oats. Find an alternative. Millet is an alternative. If you do not like eating chapatis, it's okay. Have rice. No problem. But you need to be mindful about the quantity you eat. And you need to be ensuring that, okay, if you're eating a whole bowl of rice, then that means that is not 30% of your diet. Right? If you're eating a bowl of rice, then your vegetable needs to be like 2 bowls of vegetables. Whatever you're having, maybe a salad or a soup needs to be more than the rice that you consume. So remember the rule of 70-30 that I have shared even during my webinar of how to plan food for your baby, because even for the baby's plan or for your family plan, I will always go with the rule of 70-30. Let me also share that this was one of the questions that I had, saying that I'm truly not able to lose weight because I have cravings. Now there is a difference between a craving and a hunger. Like when you're hungry, you need to have food, right? But a craving is like a tornado. Okay, it's like it comes, and if you can stop it, because it comes from your mind and you can have different reasons of why you're having the craving, you can really stop the craving. Okay, but you still can't stop the craving, then you have an alternative way of how can you manage your craving. So it's not about stopping your craving, but it's about managing your craving. Let's So, how do you manage your craving? Big question. It is very easy. You can definitely do that. Even I have a sweet tooth, a very bad sweet tooth. I would love having sweets after every meal, but I think it's about my mindset that I have made a video on Instagram where I tell that, from Monday to Friday, I ensure that, I'm on a strict diet. Saturday and Sunday, I let loose because I also want to ensure that I have something sweet. But I have now started making sweets which is managing my craving, not going behind the unhealthy processed sugar, which will not be a good aspect for our health. So when it comes to switch to alternatives, you have a variety of alternatives and they are tasty, provided you are experimenting with it. Yes, you might have to do it maybe because you may not have a support from your family knowing that, oh, how can I make it? But you have to experiment it in your kitchen because you need to like what you make and finally enjoy. And every time you crave, you need to start looking at an alternative. So these are some healthy alternatives instead of anything that is made of white sugar or maida. I would say avoid processed, refined food. Now, when I say processed cheese. When I say refined oil, refined flour, avoid. Go for organic or go for cold pressed oil, go for ghee, but otherwise avoid maida, avoid refined sugar. And you have your alternatives. You have dates. Amazing. You can soak, make a date puree, keep it, add it to your smoothies. You have honey. I have made a kheer for Azriel with honey. Jaggery, you can make amazing kheers or paisams with jaggery. And jaggery has variety of jaggery. You have coconut jaggery, you have palm jaggery, and I'm sure there's a lot many which is there out there in the market. You have brown sugar, and you have stevia. Now this is something new which I wanted to share with you. This is a plant-based sugar, and it is like, let's say if you take sugar 1 spoon, with stevia that you get, it's only 1/8. You need just 1/8 of this, and it's made of plant. So if you can try out, please do try out, because I am planning to place an order, because Aniket was telling me that with stevia comes in drops. So it's like a sugar syrup drop. So I thought, if I can get a plant-based and if it's not refined, and I can enjoy cakes and desserts that I love with this, then why shouldn't I buy it and make something? So I'm sure in the coming days you will see me using this product and making some amazing recipes for Azriel and Angela, and for myself too. So these are your alternatives, and I'm sure you can do. You can also look at maple syrup, not just honey. So if you're a French toast person like I am, then yes, grab your maple syrup. And these are the ways you can manage your cravings. Now, this is a very, topic which mothers say that, where do I have enough sleep? And everybody talks about sleep is important to lose weight, but I have no sleep. Not just, the 40 days, but after that, I'm breastfeeding my child for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. I'm sure there are mothers who are doing that. And my baby is waking up every hour and having breast milk. But sleep is important. Now, it's about how you train yourself to sleep as per the pattern of your baby. So, the first 40 days or the first 6 months is the most challenging time where you have to train yourself to take the power naps. So, I'm just keeping this slide on for you to just observe the benefits of napping. So it reduces sleepiness, it improves learning, it aids memory formation, and it regulates emotion. The very important part is regulates emotion, because this is connected with production of breast milk. Because if you're stressed, it's not a great sign to produce amazing breast milk. And you have amazing tips of how to do it. Set an alarm, nap early, create a sleep friendly environment. So what I usually do, like, when I had my home and we had to select curtains, the first thing is I needed, you know curtains which can convert my day into night. So you need to find curtains that can do that for you, because it not only helps you but also your baby, because your entire room will be jet dark black, like, as if it's night. And it really helps your system. It really helps you to nap without light, without sunlight disturbing you. So get, if you do not have curtains which are making your room like the night impact effect, then get it. It's a worthwhile investment. And if the men are listening, that's an amazing gift you can give for your wives. So, and then set aside your worries. Very difficult to set your worries aside, but you have to train your mind. The way you're planning to train your baby to be better version of yourself, you need to also be in the constant learning aspect where you are also growing yourself. You need to train yourself to ensure that you can sleep, you can be happy, you can produce amazing amount of milk for your baby, and you have got enough sleep to be happy and have all the energy to do whatever you want to do. So even before you move into being a mom, I would suggest is start practicing power naps when you're pregnant, because it really helps you. So do not wait for the last minute like how a lot of people do for exams. Tomorrow the exams is, and you start studying only the night. Let's not do that in our life. When we want things which we want, which we love, then let's not do a last minute preparation. Let's be over prepared in our life than being under prepared. Okay, so let's prepare the art of power napping. And what I usually do is, there are times that like, since I'm doing webinars, or I'm doing Instagram, I'm doing YouTube, so a lot of creative ideas keep coming, and I keep telling Aniket that, Aniket, I'm not able to sleep. And then what I do is I just close my eyes and I wait for a minute. Once I wait for a minute, I start saying all my affirmations. I say my affirmations in my mind, and then I start counting from backward, 100 to 1. Post that, I start relaxing my entire body, right from my toes to my feet, my calves, my hip, my stomach, my chest, my hands, my eyes, and I start relaxing all the body parts slowly, and I sleep. Or else, my best way for me to nap is I start listening to the book. So find your way of how you can nap faster, so that you can get that nap. Because when Azriel was between I think his 40 days to 6 months, I would say Azriel would wake up every 1 hour or 2 hours, and there have been nights where I have not got enough sleep, because I am a mother. As soon as Azriel, even both Azriel or Angela would even move a little, I would wake up. So I was so attentive around my children that I think there have been 3 days in the entire 6 months of my journey with Azriel, and with Angela also maybe 7-8 days where I really didn't have enough sleep, like I was sleep deprived. And that's when I stuck to the point about I took support. The self-care point of us, that is the second. I did take support. I told my nanny that I will pump out milk and keep, you feed the baby. I need 1 hour of only me time. I want to nap. And it really worked wonders. And I have given this suggestion to a lot of mothers who come back and say that my baby is just awake, I'm unable to sleep, and I'm unable to manage because of the stress, I'm not able to produce milk. And I tell them that seek support, go for a nap, give your baby pump the milk, give it, and you just rest. It's okay if your baby has gas, you can give colic. It's okay. Okay, so let's go to the next point. See, now if you see, I have come to fitness only at the 6th point. Out of all the 7 points, I have told you that your 6th point is fitness, and not your 1st point is fitness, or your 2nd point is diet. So the 7 habits is not very strict, but it is a process. You have to put a system in place so that you can follow all of these simultaneously together, like an entire meal. You can't be having, you can't have a you can't have salad after you finish your food, right? You're gonna start with it. So the same way, you need to start different elements, and that's why I put together this plan which says 7 habits. Becomes easier for you to remember, easier for you to know that, okay, these are the things I'm not doing, okay, these are the things I need to do and I will do, and this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so when it comes to stay fit, I had a question from a lot of mothers: when did I start? Right, I started immediately, right? So the first 40 days, what I have extensively done is walk inside, because I don't know whether it is in India, but there is a practice that the mother and the child do not move out of the room that they they live in, or they don't move out of the house, such beliefs. And I really feel that this belief that has happened is because maybe the exposure to viruses, infection that is usually there outside, and I think that's why the mother and the child is limited or restricted into the room. Nevertheless, if you are restricted inside, you are not allowed to go out, then ensure you're walking inside your house. So that's what I did, right? Azriel would sleep, and let's say my room was what, I was in my hometown, and in so I would keep walking in my room and I would see if the baby is sleeping. And I would usually do this in the evening, because morning the rituals would be like bathe and then take a nap, because you may not have got a great nap in the morning. And then evening, as evening comes in, everybody is free. So even if the baby wakes up, my younger sister is there to take care, or mommy takes care, Angela is around, so all these things. So I would do extensively is walk, and I started walks right from the second day. Even when I was in the hospital, Angela would visit me, and I think the second day or so, Aniket was managing the baby, and I was outside my room playing with Angela with the balloon. Because you have to be active. You cannot be considering that, yes, I have a C-section, so I need to take care. Yes, you can take care, but you're not going to move, right? I was playing the balloon with her, which is almost similar, like, how we play volleyball, the mini volleyball between me and Angela, and it was fun. And the other thing that I kept doing in the first 40 days, which I did even during Angela's time, and is facial exercise. So I kept doing these facial exercises, which is, let me just show it to you. So I do this. So that is and and So I would do this as I was walking, because you have to multitask and do this. So I would do that. And the other thing that I usually do is look up and down. So I'm tightening this muscles here and down. So when you're doing up and down, when you're doing up and down, okay. And the other thing I do is for the stretch. So you have to stretch. So you're standing straight and you're doing the stretch. So this specifically that I do is for my the plump area that you see in my picture. You see that I put on weight also on my face, so I had to also lose my weight. So that's what I did. So again, I'll just share it with you. And that's one. Then I would do this, okay, and then I would do bend and lift, bend and lift, and even this bend, so that these muscles are exercised. There are many more, but these are the ones that I specially did in the 40 days. Then is your arm. So I would do this and a couple of exercises, but all which I could walk. Now I can't show it to you, but maybe I will in the future create a video on what arm exercises I did. And very important is your doctor visit. I don't know if you've missed your doctor visit, but it's very important to visit your doctor after the 40 days. And this is what my doctor recommended. He examined my C-section, the cut. Post that, he showed me exercises to strengthen my back and abdomen. So one of the fact that I wanted to share with you is, when I had Angela, what happened was I was active, I started walking, but suddenly, maybe because my posture of feeding Angela was not fine, and I started getting this real bad backache. So when I shared it with my gynecologist, she said that, okay, I'll give you a belt. So she gave me a belt, and I took the comfort of the belt. So since I had experience and I thought, oh, belt is excellent. So my gynac for Azriel was different. During my time of Azriel, my gynac was different, and he said, you have two options. You can take the belt and delay your back to be stronger, or you bear the pain so that your back gets stronger. And I was like, of course, option B. I want my back to be fine, faster, and trust me, it worked. Not that I didn't use the belt. I did use the belt, only where I wanted it. Like, for example, majority of the time when I was changing Azriel's diaper, or when I was giving him a bath. So the first 3 to 4 months I have used the belt, because it really helps. It's almost like, it's giving you the support, and it helps. Otherwise I would usually get pain on my shoulders here. So I would wear the belt, and and Azriel is a big baby for me. Azriel and Angela were both big babies, and it would tire your arms, right? You have to keep your baby in your arms. You need to cuddle the baby to sleep. You might walk with the baby, do different things. So it is, for me, the belt helped, and I did not use it as much as I used it during Angela's time. So visit to your gynac is very important when it comes to exercises. I've told you that I have done exercises specifically is your walk, my arms exercises, because I was focusing on my arm, my cardio, which is to do with your walk, and my face. I did not do anything from my stomach for the first 40 days. Nothing at all. Nothing to do for my back and my abdomen. So post my doctor's visit, these are the exercises he showed me, and I did. I wouldn't say I did it every day, but these are the ones he taught me, and I would do it whenever possible. So I wouldn't say that, I already have a six-pack, my abdomen has got into great shape, but my back is strong. That's what I want to share. My back is strong. Okay. So you see Kegel. This is what the doctor asked me to do. Kegel is one of the exercise. He asked me to do this cat camel pose. You can observe the two poses. Very simple. Plank, again, very simple. And sit up. So if you really don't know how to do this, you can definitely just put it up on Google Kegel or on YouTube, and you will find videos. I will plan to do it. I'm sure a lot of mothers will tell me that we want to see your specific video of how you do it. And yes, stay tuned. I will definitely do a video on this too. Next, when I did the visit, you need to ask questions to your doctor. You cannot be just going for a visit because the doctor asked you. No. You have to take the opportunity to ask whatever you can, and this was my specific question to the doctor, because Angela was waiting for me to carry her. Okay, and this is what I asked the doctor. Doctor, can I carry weights? Like, Angela is 25 kgs. Can I carry her? And doctor said yes. If you're lifting her right, like, don't the way you lift, right? That is very important. It shouldn't be hurting your back. Your knees have to be bent. You need to hold Angela right and then carry her. And I said, she's 25 kgs. He said, it's okay, carry. So it was my 41st day, guys, and I did carry Angela, and I was really happy doing that. Not just me. She was very, very happy. And post that, I have not stopped carrying her. I have carried, I would say, like 2 days back, Aniket was carrying Azriel, and Angela said that, Mommy, I want you to carry me, and I do that. And it's what? Azriel is just turning 15 months. So post C-section 15 months. So ask questions, whatever doubts you have with your doctor, in terms of, what you want to ask, what you want to do, because you want to get back into shape. But if you have a mindset, somebody's telling you, okay, it takes 1 year for a C-section lady to heal, it might be an earlier times also. Guys, it depends on the type of operations you're gonna have. So I will cover that in my next section, where I'm going to tell you that what kind of operation I had, because uh, I could get up from my C-section operation on the same day. Like, I went to pass urine and stools the same day. Can you believe it? And I had appendicitis operation, and I did not move for 2 days. So I really can't believe that, how I did it, because for me, I do not like pain. Like, I'm the last person who would want to go to the doctor or wants to also take an injection. Like, I'm a delicate darling when it comes to that. But I got up the same day after my C-section is, itself, is a shocker to me. And the last one is seek out stimulating pursuits. That is, do more of what makes you happy. This is the last point, but very important too, because you have to be happy, happy, happy. Now, if that means you like painting, do it. If you like scrolling on Instagram, do it. If you do like watching YouTube videos, do it. If you like movies, Netflix series, binging on chips, make it healthy. You can use an air fryer. You can use, instead of refined oil, you can use better oils. Better oils is cold pressed oil or virgin oils. I wouldn't say always virgin olive oil. You have virgin coconut, you have groundnut, you have mustard, different variety. You have to just find it. And yeah, so do something that you like. Shopping, do it, but ensure that you're doing something that you like. So here I am, open to the Q&A questions, and I have few questions that I did get, so I'm gonna also share that with you. Is to do with, how did I manage the pain of C-section? So this is my today's picture, and that's me. You can see my rings, so that's me. That's not edited. So both my operations have been where there are no stitch. Can you see? There are no stitch marks, right? Just there is a line. And so basically this is like a spray, okay? And I removed the they actually gave me a band-aid there, like a big band-aid for like 7 days, but the second day itself they had removed it and there was hardly anything. So it's very important that when you have decided, let's say you are already a mother and you're planning for your second pregnancy, I would suggest that please talk to your gynecologist or talk whoever you want to select to have your C-section. Even if you're looking for a normal delivery also, but you never know if it's going to be a C-section or a normal delivery, right? So choose your doctor right, understand what kind of operation you're going through, so that it's not like the age-old days of operation where you're completely stitched, like stitched like how you'd stitch a torn outfit, right? Please look at modern ways, because technology is changing. Like now it is the age of AI. So in the age of AI, let's not go to operations which are age old, which are going to be painful, which are not going to allow you to get up, do anything for your baby within the 40 days. Okay, so just like I said, the second thing about self-care, let's research and find out what kind of operations we want, so that it makes our life easier and we do not enter the space of pain. Okay. Next question is, when did I start to exercise? Look at me, that is my second day, because the candula is still there. So it's the second, no, it's actually the first day itself, because Angela is wearing this red dress. I'm sorry, this is the first day itself. I'm already chilling, I'm happy. So you can make out that I am all ready to exercise. So I did get up from my bed that evening, but I started my walks the next day. So this is another question. Did I use the traditional method of draping a sari? So there are times, cotton saris are draped around, or cotton cloth around my belly. Yes, I did that in my first pregnancy. I used the cotton drape that my grandmother had. I think it has been passed from ages to ages. And I used that. it is uncomfortable, but you can definitely use it for at least 40 days is what I would suggest. Because you have a c-section, don't tie it too tight on the closer to your wound. Because what I did was, okay, I ensured that I tied, but it was not very tight, because if I would press that place, right, there is that pain. So do not overdo it just because you want to lose weight. So what happens is, your body itself reduces the uterus, right? It expands, correct? So because of that, your uterus has to settle back. Now, to settle back, it is not just because you're tying it will settle back. It has its own time. It takes its own time. You can't expect that something, just like your hair, right? It grows. Now you can't force your hair to grow like from here to your knee length in like in a month's time. So even this, your uterus will go back to its position in the days it requires, and this is just like an additional support that you get. Very important thing is hydration. Okay, so I've not put in the 7 habits that you need to follow, I've not put hydration, because it's a part of the diet. Because in the breastfeeding also, hydration is very important, and in your diet also, hydration is important. So you hydrate your body is very important for your weight loss as well. So going to the next question is, how soon did I lose weight? As I said, 9 months it takes for you to put on weight, and I went easy on my body. I think by 10 months I had come down to like 66, 65, and by the time I was Azriel was 1 year 1 month, I have been now at 59. So I think that's the weight. And I am open to questions, and looking forward for questions from mommy. So I have Himanshi asking, ma'am, how to eat, what to eat during vacation mode on to lose weight. When you are on vacation mode, I don't think you should focus on losing weight. I would say when you're on vacation mode, ensure that you're enjoying your vacation. Be mindful of what you're eating. Like when we went for a vacation in Maldives, what we did was, I and Aniket enrolled ourselves into the dive lesson. So we did like 5 days of diving, where we were practicing for 2 hours, 3 hours, and we were burning a lot of calories. So eat, but ensure you're burning. So enjoy the food, but ensure that you're burning. So maybe go for I mean, whatever you're doing, your sightseeing, ensure that you're walking enough. Have your, like, I always wear my watch even at home, and before it's 12 o'clock, I check that, okay, these are the steps, because I always try focusing that at least minimum of 5,000 steps I should have done in a day. And if I'm exercising, definitely I will not stop myself if I'm not doing 10,000. But if I'm not exercising, then I always look at that at least minimum 5,000 I should do, so that I'm burning enough calories, what I'm taking in as well. So my answer to you, Himanshi, is enjoy your vacation. Ensure you're doing activities that will burn your calories, but you do not need to restrict yourself towards eating what you want to eat. And okay, so go ahead, you can ask me any questions you want, which is to do with the weight loss aspects. Also, if you're not live, no worries, you can leave a comment and I will get back to you on YouTube and respond to them. So this is something that I wanted to share with you, as I will receive questions from others, is that I think in the month of December and again in the month of February, I have done this 2 sessions where I do a 21 days change in habit, or a challenge where you are moving moving to a healthy lifestyle, which is a part of, okay, how you plan your diet and how you can plan exercises surrounding. So these are the two aspects that I largely cover in my 21 days challenge, so that post the 21 days, right, you can plan for yourself. So the reason I'm sharing this is, I if you're interested, that you need my help to also get into a habit of exercising, get into a habit of eating well, eating right, then you can write to me about this 21 days habit, where I will be sharing you what can be your meal plan for the whole day, what can be the different exercises you can do for these 21 days. And if you're interested, please write to me. I am sharing my email ID right now on the chat. You can also DM me on Instagram, and I'll share with you my email ID, and you can ask me for this 21 days plan, especially for mommies who are looking to lose weight and get into a healthy habit. So 21 days is what requires you to get into a habit, and then you need to be consistently following it. So these 7 habits that I've shared with you, right from your mindset to your self-care, to your breastfeeding, to your diet, to your fitness, and your last being your pursuits, all these are important. Now I think Himanshi has asked me that my baby has been completely on formula milk. That means if you're not breastfeeding the baby, that means your calorie intake needs to be less. That's my answer, because you don't need more calories because you're not breastfeeding. You don't need additional replenishment in your body because you're not going to be needing that, right? You need only when you need something additional, do that. Like for example, I am usually a person who has comparatively lower blood pressure when compared to others, right? So I know when I go to my doctor in the mornings, post a walk or whenever it is, I've not eaten anything, and I ask my family doctor check my blood pressure, and I know it is low. And the first time I did it, he was like, ideally, as per the normal people's chart, you need to be admitted in a hospital. But then I know I'm a low PP person, so I know my body, I know what it is, and that's why I know that okay, I need to consume a lot of water, I need to have sweet and salt whenever I have a low blood pressure. So you need to know what needs to be done in a certain situation. You can't be avoiding sugar. Let's say when your blood sugar is going low, you cannot say that, oh, don't give me refined sugar. No, you take refined sugar because refined sugar will give you energy instantly. Jaggery is not going to give you energy instantly. Yes, it might be unhealthy. Yes, you can instead of refined sugar, you can definitely look at stevia products, which is a plant-based sugar. So we have to always look at options that help us and are good for us. So the last 2 minutes of the live. So if you have any questions, please do share. And in the meanwhile, if I have anything that I have missed, I'll share with you. So I had a question coming in on Instagram as well, that I am now, it's been 3 years, and is it possible for me to lose weight? Yes, of course, you can lose weight. Classic example are stars. You have seen how Aishwarya Rai was, right? And how is she now? So she took her own time. She decided when she wants to do it and when she wants to do it, right? So you can take a call. If you really don't want to do even now, delay it. It's okay. So you take the decision for yourself on when you want to lose, but be focused. Do not start or do not be harsh on your body that in 3 months. And if you want to register to coaches who will ensure that you lose weight right, then go to these coaches. Like, sign up to dietitians or sign up to trainers or sign up to fitness coaches who are going to help you in a long run, not a short run. Don't look at short-term goal. Look at a long-term basis. That's my request to each one of you, that ensure that you love yourself, you care for yourself. And if you care for yourself, do not take short term diet plans. Do not go for, okay, I'll fast for 10 days, I'll do it for a month. No, you need to think about a lifestyle change, a change in habits, which will be not only good for you but for your family, for your overall well-being, because you need to follow that for life to keep yourself healthy and happy. So on that note, let me end this webinar just by saying, love yourself and do whatever it takes to lose your weight. Bye bye and good night.